Hi, this is Ryan with Pblcty, coming to you from our offices at Contra Studios. Today we are in conversation with a man who needs no introduction, but he's going to get one, Mr. Brian McKnight. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming to our studios today.
No problem. This is awesome. I like how you have your whole setup here. You guys can't really see it, but it's trust me, it's awesome.
Maybe we'll get a panoramic shot later or something, even especially if we play ping pong.
Yeah, there's an awesome ping pong table over there.
We heard through a colleague of ours that Brian is a ping pong aficionado and potentially even a champion player, that could rival Olympians. So we may put a little money where his mouth is.
The thoughts and views expressed by this particular show are not the thoughts and views expressed by Brian McKnight Incorporated.
Now, Brian, you play 9 musical instruments.
Right.
You've been nominated for, well, we could count them, but I can't count that high, countless awards.
Right.
And you've motivated multiple generations, actually, of musicians. Do you ever reflect back on what that's like and how you're a motivational factor for music like Stevie Wonder was for you?
Wow. I never thought, I always said if I could get an eighth of what Stevie had, then I'd be happy. And
you must be ecstatic with
I don't really,
eighths then.
Well, I don't think of it in those terms necessarily, but because of social media, now you really have an idea of how people feel about what you do, whether it's good or whether it's bad. And it's immediate. When you put something out or you tweet something or you have a performance, you can immediately see how people really felt. And up until recently, you couldn't really do that. So it's an awesome feeling. It's why I do what I do. Every time somebody comes up and says, man, you helped us make all 7 of our children. Or I walked down the aisle to your song. I mean, that's what this music was meant for.
Sure. And you being an artist, we're roughly exactly the same age. We used to have to wait for the reviews to come out.
Right.
What is it like now going through that process of just having the entire world just be hammered with social versus years ago it would take a month to know how people felt about your music?
Everybody has a blog.
Right.
And everybody who has a Twitter handle.
Not everyone has an entertainment media site.
That's true. But everybody has something to say,
Yeah.
and now they say it. And I think that sometimes you have to develop even a thicker skin than you had before. All I'm trying to do is do the best that I can at this particular time. When I listen to records I made earlier in my career, they're difficult to listen to because of lots of reasons, technology and some other things. But I know that when I made it, it was the best that I could have done at that particular time. And once I can divorce myself from that once I get to that point.
Yeah, and Stevie was a huge influence on your life. I believe you saw him in your teenage years on an award show.
Right.
How did you end up choosing Oakwood University? Was that more for music? Was it for family?
It was a family thing. It was in our denomination. I grew up Seventh-day Adventist, and that's the premier sort of black Seventh-day Adventist school. It's been there for over 100 years. I was the 5th generation of my family to go there because in our church, I think there were only about 3 or 4 families that started that church, and my family was one of those families. And there were some other things I wanted to do, but my mother was like, "No, you're going to Oakwood, and that's it." So that was it.
That's where you're going.
That's where I went.
And your brothers went there.
My brother went there. Actually, 2 of my older brothers went there. They both got kicked out.
Really?
I got kicked out. My dad got kicked out of the school.
Okay.
My uncle got kicked out of the school. Right. So it was a family tradition.
Now have you since donated a library or a musical facility to where you can go back on campus and get an honorary degree?
No, I mean I have a couple of honorary degrees already, but no, I do go back. My mom still lives there. For some reason, this school is so powerful that people end up gravitating back towards there. So my aunt and my uncle have retired there. My mom has some other family members. So it's great to go back.
Well, Brian, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you being with us in conversation.
You got it.